My name is Matt Loucks. I'm 17 years old, and I'm a grade 12 student at St. Jude's Academy. I was born into a basketball family. My dad played growing up and in university, and I have older siblings who played as well. So, I've always been around the game of basketball and hanging out at the gym. I played my first organized game at the age 4, so I guess you could say I kind of just slipped right into it at an early age, and it stuck, and now we're here. By grade 10, I had started getting more serious about the sport, and I decided to take it to the next level. So that's when I transferred to St. Jude's so I could really develop my skills and play at the highest level possible. My weekly routine is pretty rigorous. Obviously, we have games, every week. And here at St. Jude's, we have many early practices, so, 6:30 to 8:30, so early mornings. We also have a workout class here at St. Jude's, so I try to fit in a workout whenever I can. Putting on size is important to me, so I'm trying to lift 6 or 7 days a week, being careful about my diet, tracking my calories, protein especially. We also have a coach who trains us in plyometrics and athleticism. We have classes for all this, but I can also use my spare classes to get some lifts in by myself, which is definitely important. Sometimes, once I'm home, I try to get a nap in to make sure that my body is fully rested and recovered. And then I have another strength and conditioning coach outside of school who helps me here and there throughout the week. I'm just a competitive guy by nature, and I love basketball because you always have something to strive for. So, you never arrive at that perfection. No matter how good you are or you think you are, you can wake up every day and say, how can I get just a little bit better today? There's always some aspect of your game that you can improve on. So for me, it's about chasing that perfection, which, is impossible, but I love that there's nowhere to stop, no finish line, right? That means there are no limits to how far I can go with this. I feel like it's important to find what interests you in life and try to support yourself with it. I'm not someone who avoids everything they don't like. If I can make a life playing with the ball all day, I can't think of anything that I'd rather be doing. Right now I get to go to school, hang with my friends, play basketball, and lift weights. So to be quite honest, there's no place I'd rather be. I'd like to see if I can make a living out of this. If not playing, then something off the court. But definitely I want to be related to basketball for the rest of my life. I just love everything about the sport. Obviously, the love was passed down to me, but I've developed my own love for it too. I love the touch and the sound of the ball. I love the squeaky shoes on the floor. And this might sound weird, but I even like the smell of a new ball. You definitely do have to have a love for the sport if you want to play at this level. And my parents definitely saw that in me, that passion from a very young age. And they've been willing to make the investment in my development and my career. But I've proved to them that I'm serious. There are lots of things that I could be doing, but this is what I want to do, right? So this is what I'm going to do. And I'm definitely very grateful to have such a supportive family behind me. I feel like I bring a general calmness to the court. So no matter the atmosphere, I try to stay level-headed, and I feel like that's important in the game, as obviously basketball is a game of momentum and runs. I take pride in being a leader on the team and keeping the group cohesive. It's a team sport, obviously, so if it's not your day, maybe it's someone else's. And being on a team means finding what motivates different players with different personalities and getting the best out of everyone. It's great because fighting fatigue is always a big thing in sport, but once you're in that zone and the adrenaline kicks in, you don't feel any type of pain. You don't feel fatigue. Honestly, that's the best feeling in the world for me. Everything just goes quiet and things start to click. There's no noise in the crowd. I'm locked in. It's definitely the feeling you chase. There are definitely challenges to overcome. Things like leaving my public school in grade 9 where I have friends, and obviously I don't get to see them much anymore. Uprooting is always difficult. But I've made new friends here at St. Jude's. Obviously it's a little different though. We're not going to parties here. We're here to work. So that's definitely a different environment to have. It's not the normal high school experience for sure. It's definitely sacrifice, but for me, it's totally worth it. I'm kind of undecided on next year, but I'm definitely in talks with some schools. I'm optimistic about my opportunities. My time in private school has been a huge asset. My mom works for a surgeon and pushes me in my academics, and St. Jude's Academy has been great because we have smaller class sizes and I get all the help I need with my studies. The staff are also really committed to helping me pursue my path in athletics, and I'm grateful to have such a strong support system. With so many good people behind me, I can honestly say that I feel unstoppable.